Good morning everyone, welcome back to Biogus Backpacking, and I have left Panama City. Today I'm gonna show you Valle de Anton, and I promise you this place is amazing. As you can see, Valle de Anton is surrounded by mountains all over. That's because we're not just, as the name suggests, in a valley, we are in a volcano. Yes, that's right, the village of Valle de Anton, it's really small, but it's the crater of a volcano, and they just built a village in it. This behind me is the Sleeping Indian. That is the top, and that's our goal for today. It's about 1,055 meters high, and on our way to the Sleeping Indian, we'll be able to see some 800-year-old cave paintings that were still left there. So, enough to see, enough to do, let's go. Alright, and we're off. It's right in front of us, we just need about 500 meters until we reach the start of the trail. With me is my friend Rowan. I met him in Panama City. He loves hiking because, you know, all Germans love hiking. Sorry, Rowan. So you'll be seeing some of him too, but it's time to get started. We've made it to the start of the trail. It's a protected area, so you gotta pay a spectacular $3 to enter. You can go to the cave paintings, you can go to the Sleeping Indian mountain, all for one price. We'll be going to the cave first because it's the closest. And we've already made it to the cave paintings, as you can see behind me. It's quite impressive. Let me give you a better look. Luckily, a tour guide next to the carvings was explaining what the carvings were all about. These paintings are a map of Valle de Anton and its surrounding villages. They use this to navigate themselves around the place. Where there's mountains, there will probably be water. And as you can hear, we found a waterfall. It will probably be one of many waterfalls that we're gonna see today. But this one is quite nice. That water is so cold. All right, we're going strong. First milestone reached. We've been going for an hour. Just bought some drinks. Guides down there said from that point still 45 minutes. So by the time we reach 2 hours, we should already be at the top. But after the fun passing of the waterfalls, this is a bit more serious. You go more up. It's more rock climbing than hiking, I swear. We're about half an hour from the top. It's going really fast. And there's some palm trees here. Look at this. But we're not there yet, so let's go on. Ron, how do you feel?
Good.
Good?
Good, very good.
Jo. I have very good news. It only took 1 hour 20 minutes, but there's the top. It's really close. Let's see. Just gotta walk over there. I think that's the Indian nose top, and after that you can go down there, and as you can see there's more people over there. But it was nice. Short walk, incredible views, time to enjoy some of it. Alright, we're starting to get some views down there at the blue building with the blue roof is where we started, and now it looks like this. I wasn't kidding when I say Valle de Anton is spectacular. Just look at this. There's one summit, but we've decided to cross and go to that summit because we believe that's the highest point. And then as you can see, there's people everywhere. So we can just keep going and then eventually we go down until we reach the village again. We've made it in between the summits. That's where we just were. This is said to be the forehead of the sleeping Indian. Behind me is another summit that's said to be the nose. If you look at it from the village, it makes a lot more sense. So that means we're now between the eyes or something. I don't know, but it looks really cool here. We're almost there, so last bit. Come on. As you can see, we finally made it to the nose of the sleeping Indian. Not to confuse with the Indian nose, that's in Guatemala. And since we're hiking with a German, we're adhering to a German hiking tradition, and it is to drink a beer when you've made it to the top. So this thing has been shaking around in my bag for almost 2 hours now. So let's see what's left of it. Already thought so. I'm gonna enjoy a nice cold one with a beautiful view. Cheers.
Prost.
Alright, one beer break later and we've left the summit. Once you've seen the summit of the sleeping Indian, you have two options. You can go back down and get back to the paintings, or you can continue and walk for another 2 hours. I have no idea how far that is in kilometers, but they say the total hike of that should be about 4 hours. So we're gonna do that because we have the time. If you don't have the time, if you were to be in VALLE Anton and you only have one day or maybe even just one night, try to come up here to the sleeping Indian mountain. Cost a spectacular $3 and the views are stunning. You can even see the ocean from here, look at this. We've made it to the third summit. This one was not too difficult, it was only 15 minutes from where we had our summit beer. Fortunately we only had one, otherwise we would have taken another one by now. A local Panamanian woman we just met told us that over there is another summit. So let's just keep going. Sun is shining, sky is blue. We had some rain, but that only lasted 5 minutes because here in VALLE Anton it rains for 5 minutes, then it stops and it rains again. Super funny, of course, when you just try to put on a jacket and then you have to take it off again. So no jacket, just sun. It's very hot now, but we keep going. Alright, and the last summit is in sight. The fourth, fifth one. Honestly, I lost count at this point. Here it goes down like crazy, so I really gotta focus that I don't fall. But then we follow this trail. You can see it right here. Reach another down point, and then we go up. So I'll see you there. And we've made it to the fifth summit. I'm gonna say fifth. We have the ocean very clear now. And to our very own surprise, the road's there. So we're gonna enjoy the last bit of nature before we go back to cars and humans. Was a really nice walk. Alright, even though the road might be close, we can already hear the cars zooming by and we just had a view of the road so far. We're in a forest now. It's quite dense, but I already see power lines, so I'm afraid this is the end of pure forest. We're back onto asphalt. I think this was the end of the sleeping Indian hike. We're gonna see if there's some more forest to explore, and if not, we have to find a way back to the town. Okay, for a second we left the asphalt road. We just jumped over that little, I wouldn't even call it a river, but we jumped over it because the bridge looks kind of funny. But as you can see, we stepped into the middle of nowhere. We're back into the forest. I think people live here. We probably have no business being here, but we're gonna see if there is something. After the walk, we went back to town where we had a local lunch. Today's specialty was fish soup, and it looked, I have to say, very, very good. That will be all for today. we've made it back to our hostel. We're here on the beautiful terrace with the beautiful view. I thank you for watching Video Goes Backpackers. Please leave a like if you think the video was fun. And if you're from Panama, give me some tips. I'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned, because we're going to be exploring much more of this Valle de Anton. Bye bye.
Okay guys, I'm gonna present you what we call in Germany a tornado.